The sunlight pours down on Orin, warming the air on what would be a frigid winter day. The crowds have gathered to watch a spectacle be made of the execution of 3 prisoners, while silently, the real threat, Mara, makes her way through the crowd towards the side of the courthouse. High above the scene, a figure sits, cloaked, a longbow resting on the ledge of the building in front of him. This gray-maned tabaxi's face rests underneath the dark shade of his cloak, which, imbued with transformative magic, bends the light and matter around him so he blends in seamlessly with his surroundings. He systematically, if not feverishly, scours the crowd with his telescope, quickly glancing from the glass to the naked eye. Suddenly, he spots his target. Glancing back and forth from his scope, he sees the adventurers that he stalked before, and much like the last time, his bait is set, front and center. Hello and welcome to another adventure with Myths and Mystics. We are an actual play 5th edition Dungeons and Dragons podcast. To my right is Gerald Waldrop as Zarin, the Changeling Avenger.
Hail and well met.
Natasha Waldrop as Vanya, the Half-Drow Assassin.
Hello!
And Matt Murphy as Stone, the Human Mystic.
Hi. I never know what to say because I'm last in this pecking order. He says the same thing every time.
Yes.
She takes the hello, and I'm left with...
What
Hey, friends!
With this
Hi.
glorious monologue.
Yeah. But that's my lot in life. So,
You could be on Saturday Night Live with that kind of shtick. And I'm Steve Messenger, your Dungeon Master. Thank you for tuning in. For those of you who are jumping on the live stream, thanks for tuning in. Every Friday and then every Wednesday, our podcast friends download us.
it's crazy.
Yeah.
You put us in your pocket and you carry us around next to your
It's dark in there.
thigh.
You put us deep in your ear.
Your hole. Coming to your ear hole.
You know, if we were at the point where we were monetized on any of these platforms, we would be demonetized several times over.
Night.
Talking about being deep in their holes.
Ear hole.
Maybe we're on the wrong platform.
Right.
Maybe.
Let's get sexy.
So, in the game,
Yes.
what happened last?
All right.
Vanya
So
died in the hallway.
Yeah, there was a whole mysterious thing where we weren't able to hear the DM intro this time.
I honestly, like, ever since we started this whole thing, I contemplated doing all those beforehand and then giving them to Matt to plug in and do his magic where it just plays at the beginning.
Doesn't work live though.
No, that's the problem, is doing it live. So, this one, I was like, I cannot have you guys in the room for it, so I apologize for making you rush down here.
Kicked
It's
us
okay, the
out of
snacks were good.
studio.
No. The problem is that if you had heard it, I don't want anyone to be like, well, you're doing that because you're metagaming and all that nonsense.
Ah.
I want you to be in the moment.
This is the
moment.
true test of the DM's trust of his players and their metagaming.
Yeah. But I feel ill prepared.
Very ill prepared.
I
So,
rely on that
Oh, I
intro.
like it.
I'm just gonna roll out from where we were last time. We had a plan. I saw Mara in the crowd.
In the crowd, yeah.
And there's the governor announcing the executions.
well, let's make sure we have this all straight. This is all happening, but the reason you're coming back to Orin
Yes.
is because the
Helm.
horned helm, the crown of Hal'Rek,
Is in the courthouse.
is down in the basement of the courthouse, down in the armory down there.
How far are we from... She's in the Wyvern.
It was like 125
When you say
yards.
she,
Vanya.
Vanya is, yes, she is in the Wyvern. The Wyvern's probably a good 60, 70 yards away down the strip.
I'm psionically to Zarin.
Yes.
You have the ability to scry things as well, like the mages.
Not quite. I can
You
locate
can
an object.
pray and find things, though, yes?
An object, yes.
Keep looking ahead. Can you locate the items we're looking for?
If they are within a certain proximity. But
Can you try for me?
I will. However, we need to stop this execution before it happens.
I'll focus on the execution. You focus on finding the objects we're looking for. There's a chance they may be in the hotel with Vanya, or they may be here with us.
I shall. Right after I do this.
Which objects are you in reference to? The crown?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Not the
whatever.
breastplate and the sword as well?
That's why I said the objects.
Okay.
Okay.
I mean, it's like what I'm going after here is,
Yeah.
are they in the room? Should I run back and tell Vanya, hey, she's out in the crowd, grab all the shit? Or, are they on her, blah, blah, blah. So just trying to see if he can locate anything.
I gotcha. Okay.
All right. I'm moving forward through the crowd as well, until I can get within that 50-foot distance of the governor. I gotta make haste so I can bamf up
Okay.
there.
So real quick.
Yeah,
So you're not going to do the thing that Stone just asked you to do?
not yet. So we
Okay.
need to stop this
Just checking.
first.
Jerk.
And at this point, Vanya, you are coming down to meet up with the guys?
Yeah.
Okay, so you do see Stone and you see Zarin start to pull away. And we're going to cut up real quick to the halfling who stands up front, who's been announcing everything. He starts back into a spiel as the guards are coming around and they're starting to line up those to be executed by the gallows there. And you can imagine it's a long bar with ropes slung over the tops of them, nooses ready to go with blocks underneath. And halfling starts back up and he says, folks, behold, as we prepare for the execution, as they are preparing, it is with my honor to bring this announcement to the forefront of the crowd. It is with the city's deepest sympathy and condolences to Lady Saunus, your father, and he's motioning up towards a balcony that's sticking over the marketplace. You all look up there and you see that there is this gal who's wearing this very flashy, bright green dress with sort of a veil over her face. Lady Saunus, your father was a most generous contributor, a stalwart hero among the Legion. We thank you for your father's sacrifice and service so that the Legion may live long. And a bunch of people cheer and they make signs with their hand as a sign of condolences for Lady Saunus. And it seems as though this must be one of Corvitz's daughters. And,
Real quick.
yes.
Well, let me know when the appropriate time to interrupt what you're doing is. I'm going to communicate with Vin.
Okay.
Is-
Now, there are 3 folks standing up there.
yes.
I need you to roll a perception check to see if you can tell. And I'm going to have you roll with disadvantage because
He did them I assumed it was the order. And did he not reference?
they were all kind of walking out. And with your perception check, you're going to realize if you've caught which one's which. They're all wearing rags, hoods over their heads.
I'll just take my mystic hand and lift them up one at a time. Okay. Yeah, that's fair.
Well, I mean,
So-
you can communicate telepathically with someone you could see. So just Finn. What? Who's this? What? No,
Well,
not
that's,
you.
I
That's
mean,
the one.
that's an option, but I'm gonna go his route. We'll start there. Perception check. I'm gonna go my route.
All right.
That's an 8.
All right. So you can't seem to discern who's who. So as you are starting to reach out to the first one, they have each of these gentlemen stepping up onto the blocks underneath the ropes. Go ahead. You're gonna reach out? You're gonna talk?
Yeah.
What are you gonna say?
Well, I'm gonna go to the third one first because Vin was the third one announced.
Okay.
I'm trying to be quick on time.
Hey,
So I'm gonna go into the
buddy.
guys that they did them in order. So the third one,
Okay.
Vin.
Oh, what's that? Who?
Vin.
What's this?
Can you hear me?
I don't know who this is.
Are you Vin?
No.
Goodbye. Middle one.
You see the person on the end. He's just flinching around. All right.
Middle
and
one.
At that, during this time, they have started to fit
Great.
the nooses
Middle one.
around the necks. Okay.
And I'm
Vin, is that you?
Huh? What's that?
I have no time. If your name is Vin, speak now.
Yeah. This is Vin.
Vin, what was your position? Quickly. Think of it. In the Legion, what did you do?
I was a guard.
Who did you see?
What do you mean? What did I see?
Fuck it. Vin, here's what's going to happen.
They now have nooses around everyone's necks.
You're about to fall, as you know. When
why
you
are
fall,
you telling me
shut
this?
the fuck up and listen to me. When you fall, you will find there will be something under your feet. You must, listen, you must act as though it is not there and you are choking.
Okay.
Do I make myself clear?
Yeah, I get. Yeah. Who? Yes.
You are going to rest your feet on this. Make it believable that you are not indeed standing. And until you are carried out, you must act as though you are dead.
Okay. Yeah.
I will get you out of this. I will explain later.
Okay. And
Over and out. Roger.
wait.
All right. I immediately mystic hand my immovable rod
Okay.
very close to the ground. I'm going to snake it up through the crowd and under his feet. But I'm going to need it to be 2-3 feet below him. I want him to fall a little, be caught, but he's got to act it out. That's on him at that point, but
Your shaking rod.
yeah, it's going to blow soon.
well, I mean, morbidly, conveniently, people sometimes shake when they. So,
Not gonna ask how you know that. So, no.
Zaren's very practiced. Speaking of which,
Yes. Let's.
Zaren is doing his misty step to teleport up into the dark doorway
Where'd that guy go?
where
I don't know.
where the governor came out.
Okay. Real quick before we do that,
Okay.
I'm gonna have Stone. I'm gonna have you roll a wisdom check to see if you can do the thing that you
See how
just
bad your
described.
idea was.
Oh my
Seemed
goodness.
pretty bad.
Because you.
It's in the dark.
It is.
Wait,
it
wait,
is
wait.
Completely.
Okay, there it is. That's a 19 on the die.
Ooh,
That's pretty good. That's pretty good. You
Oh, I'm
loaded.
nervous.
this is a terrible
You
idea.
used the loaded die for that one. All right.
Based on wisdom. Is that a saving throw? That's an ability mod. That's going to be 21.
All right. So you take out the shake weight. I mean,
Oh, boy.
not a sponsor. The
Like, it's smoking.
it seems to be back to normal after a long rest.
Oh, good.
Yeah. So because I do have a whole series of things that it's going to do if you repeatedly use it. I hope you do realize this. So it snakes its way across the ground. And
What was that? Oh, Harry, why don't touch that?
well,
See, like,
and
the crowd like hopping. Is it-
Oh my goodness.
honestly, between your roll and I usually don't disclose my die rolls, but it is in fact a 1 on my end.
Yes.
No one notices this thing as it clunks around all over the place. It's like poorly rendered NPCs. It just they just aren't programmed to like respond to things, and it makes its
Right.
way up there. And sure enough, you're able to slide it just as the executioner walks past Vin. This slides right between his feet on the wood block to the point where no one notices it.
Okay,
And-
just to be clear, he's going to fall.
Oh yeah.
He is not going to hit the end of his rope unless he bends his knees.
Well, I mean, I have dice over here too. So
But I'm saying I didn't put it on. I didn't put it on.
can
You have ideas, the DMS dice. What's the-
the rod after it slides in between his feet, it starts to twist, and he feels something move under his foot, and he shifts his weight so the rod is now under his feet. Cool.
Okay, I'm gonna see how this plays out and see if you're picking up what I'm putting down.
He's gonna.
It
The
was
block
pretty
gets
obvious.
knocked out. He's standing on the immovable rod.
No. Rod's gonna slide back a little bit off that. I need it under the thing, under his feet.
Under the gallows platform.
They can't open the thing and then everyone falls by him.
He's standing on a wood block. They're going to knock the block out from underneath his foot.
Yeah. And he's gonna fall.
Yeah. So you want it.
Oh,
So-
is this not a gallows that the floor drops and they fall through?
Door. They're standing on wooden blocks, like cinder blocks almost, and they're just going to knock them out from underneath their feet.
Okay. I'm going to take the rod.
Oh my goodness.
I'm going to put it up into his groin.
All right.
What?
All right? I'm not doing this to be funny. It has to be, it can't be seen. So he will be essentially seated on the rod.
Okay.
I'm going to try to get through this speech.
Are you?
He, immediately before I do it, I don't want him to make a scene. Vin.
You told him it was going to be at his feet, and now it's going, what?
Vin, there's a change of plans.
I mean, it would work underneath his feet.
But people would see
I
it.
don't want
That's
to-
the problem.
I don't want the executioner to kick the block. He doesn't move and go, the hell's this rod doing here?
Okay.
I'm trying to,
Why is it shaking all the
I'm trying to, yeah.
I'm not even going to go
Okay.
there.
All right. Anyway, I described to Vin what's going to happen. I put the rod.
Yep.
He's seated like a bicycle. When the guy kicks the thing, I'm gonna move it down slightly.
A bicycle without the seat on it.
Bicycle with just Stone's rod as a seat. Sit on my rod.
All right. So all
Okay.
that's in place.
I've explained
You did
enough.
a-
I'm gonna save his life.
You did a great job with it.
Thanks, buddy.
Vin looks a bit uncomfortable, but he would look uncomfortable anyways, given
And
the fact
commercial.
that he's about to hang. We've done a good job D&Ding tonight.
Oh,
Killed it.
my face.
All right.
Okay, which leads us to the next player's turn
Okay,
of the night.
you do know that you gave him the rod, right?
I would have.
Well, I was just picturing that it's in shake weight form now, so it's just gonna jackhammer.
Vin, this is going to be very uncomfortable.
I'm gonna see if Zarin can help prevent all of this uncomfortable colonoscopy.
No, this is how we D&D. Okay, my plan.
This is not normal how we D&D.
This is not how we typically do it.
who's
Never
next?
rectal
Whose turn is
probed
next?
as-
So
I've saved him.
Zarin is making his way up through the crowd, and you are going to
Misty step.
Misty Step.
into the dark doorway behind the governor.
The dark door.
Yank him from below, so it looks like he just fell out of his chair. And then put my abjure on him. He's frightened, so he's paralyzed in fear. Tell him, don't
Oh,
move.
hold on. There's a lot of things
Yes.
you're just narrating.
Then I'm going to slit his throat. Then
Just
we're
go with
walking
this.
out.
Just go with this.
Only I'm allowed to railroad.
Go with it.
You don't railroad the DM.
Remember, you have ideas. He
has-
has
he
has dice.
You mess with the bull, you're going to get the horns, okay? So you are going to Misty Step up there.
Yes.
Is there any sort of roll you need to do to see if you do it, or you just,
No,
you just do it?
I just choose a
All right.
location.
So you Misty Step up there, and as you're moving up, you see on either side of him, standing against the wall back there are guards up there that tend to him.
On the other side, on the sides of him.
On either side. So they're on either side of that darkened door, and they aren't armed like a normal foot soldier would be.
Yeah.
They have sort of like short sword daggers at their side, and they look more like if he was going to summon for a drink or something, they would also be doing that for him,
Servants.
more or less.
So they're on the outside.
They're on the outside.
So I will be going to the inside of the door.
Okay,
The
so
dark door.
you land up in that area, and it seems as though the hall is clear.
All right. I will be quickly pulling him back into the doorway with me before anyone knows the difference.
Okay.
And
Is this like Ford's Theater? This guy's out on a balcony watching this, and
It's
sounded like a
suddenly
balcony.
John Wilkes Booth over here shows up behind him.
If any of you watch Whitest Kids You Know,
That was a good one.
there's a couple of them. All right, so you're going to reach forward, and we're going to do...
Gosh.
I'm just going to go and let you have it because this guy's completely unaware. And as far as the guards are concerned, they do not react in time to do anything about it. So Zarin reaches forward, you grab
Grab him by the
back of the collar there, and you rip him back into this. I guess it would be the second floor of the courthouse, and you rip him back in there. You have him now.
All right, hand over his mouth. Make no noise, and no one need die that did not die.
He's definitely struggling, but he nods kind of slowly up and down with his eyes wide in fear.
And then I will take his face. Well, not
Oh,
literally.
You rip his face off?
I'm just going to put his face on, glamour my armor to look like him, walk it out, and with my hands up. There's been a change.
Real quick,
Okay.
the guards on either side look really fucking confused because they literally just had this guy sitting in front of them. They both snap their heads down and like, what the hell just happened? But they're like, they kind of look at each other and
I didn't see a thing.
So
now what again?
Oops, I
So you're
sneezed.
just leaving the governor standing inside.
Sorry, he gets
Right.
that wisdom save against my
Abjure.
abjurer.
That's an important detail.
Yes.
He's just trying to steamroll through this. What's he got to roll?
A 15.
Damn it. All right. So
He's scared.
you prop him up behind a tall fern.
I like
Wait,
ferns.
yeah.
And you make your way out there, and you're now going to.
Yes, with my hands out, like stumbling, like he stumbled out of his chair to stand up suddenly.
And as it turns out, is now that halfling that was standing down there, he has turned, and everyone is facing up towards the balcony, and he shouts out, "Governor Salen, does mercy shine on any of these that are to be executed today?"
It does. It has come to my attention that the man known as Ven, he actually aided in ridding us of who was previously unknown as a criminal, as a murderer of masses. Corvitz, henceforth, so you all should know, was a mass murderer. Justice
There
was done at his death.
is a great murmur and stirring starting to happen down in the crowd.
I know, it came as a shock to me as well.
Yo, listen, bro. I already had this.
Zarin, I need you
What
to
are you
roll
doing?
a persuasion check right now. Oh,
What are you doing?
It's all right. It's all right. I've got bonuses. Go seven.
Plus one on that
I
one.
got +7, so it's a 14.
oh, I thought that was a 1.
No.
No.
From where I was sitting, I'm like, wow.
7, 14 total.
14.
Like this went over like a dump truck. And, oh my lord! All right, so you do not get any sort of glorious response in any direction from the crowd, but the crowd is starting to murmur even more, and there's a lot of you kind of get the one-off shouts like, "Hang that man! He's a traitor!" Like you're getting that sort of interaction, and
Put my hand up. Wait. There are records, there are documents about the warehouse. And many innocents that Corvitz ordered to their deaths. Ven had no part in what travesties took place here. It was Corvitz all along.
there's a lot of very confused faces down
This
below.
is such a good Easter episode. Stone's like, Barabbas.
A little late for that one. So let's do this. I want each and every one of you to roll a perception check right now, please.
Oh, boy. Oh, boy.
There's the one.
Those are super bad rolls you guys got there. There's my 12. Okay, so that's a 17. Stone.
Seven.
I'm very preoccupied.
All right. So as you are witnessing this unfold here with a very, I'm trying to figure out the way that, like, as though this governor just had a revelation beyond all revelations, and it now is addressing the crowd with all sorts of details that literally no one knew anything about.
Documents right here.
Totally not necessary, by the way. I already had this.
Stone,
Oh my gosh.
you're glancing around because at this point it's like, what the hell is going on? And something catches your eye up on one of the rooftops overlooking this whole courthouse sort of front lawn area. It's on top of one of the buildings behind you to the south, one of the merchant buildings. And it only caught your eye for a second, but it was almost like this weird sort of glimmer of light.
I'm
up
going to
there.
immediately reach for my crossbow. Just put a hand on my crossbow. I'm going to study that position. I don't see any. Is there a person? Silhouette?
It
Glint of light?
all you saw was a strange glint of light, and that's all you got to go on there.
I'm sure I saw it.
It's positive because the way that it shifted, something just doesn't look right up there.
I'm going to let him know.
All right. Psionically.
Yeah. No, out loud. Zarin! Yes, psionically.
Okay.
Zarin, something on the rooftop behind you.
So Zarin looks. It would actually be in front of him.
No.
Okay. I said in that position where
Court,
you're...
courthouse is north of you.
Okay.
Building is south of you.
Something on the rooftop
in
in
the-
the place that the DM just said.
All right. So, Zarin, you look up from where you're standing, and with the afternoon light that's coming down, you look up and you too see at this point this weird shimmer of light, and I need you to make a dexterity saving throw.
Oh, good.
I had a thought on this too, though. I don't know how this works in gameplay, so before you roll that, my first thought in seeing this was notify him, and it was like assassination attempt against him. That was my honest thought. At that point, I'm thinking about my shield, my like.
Yeah,
Throw
maybe
up
if you
shield.
rolled a higher perception roll, I would have let you do that, but you only saw
Okay.
the glint of light. Yep.
Only a 17. Okay. Fair.
Okay.
No.
All right. So
You die.
So as you are standing there, a arrow zips through the air.
I'm gonna get a roll.
like a lot of
Jeez,
arrows.
Go till you get it, I guess.
It's
Oh, got a 20.
and it hits you for 28 points of damage.
I saved this
Ouch.
governor's life. I hope he knows that. All right. What? No. Okay.
I saw the math you just typed in there, and
Yeah,
you
I-
had like thousands of points of damage. You
I accidentally
wrong.
typed 2d12 instead.
Ah,
All right.
With that, the crowd gasps and shock and all, and everyone starts to go nuts. Before I start detailing what kind of nuts everyone's getting into or going, any further actions?
yeah. So speaking of nuts, is my rod inserted in the proper area?
It's where it needs to be. Yes.
Great.
Okay.
I'm ready.
Where's Vanya at this time?
You're standing with Stone.
I thought you were cowarding in the hallway.
No, she made her way down.
Yes. Thank you. I made my way down. You had said I saw them going forward, so I didn't know if I caught up with him or not.
Yeah, you're standing next to Stone.
It's been
Okay.
some time.
All right.
Okay.
I'm gonna grab my neck and motion to the guards after that one, and then like retreat into the hallway,
Okay.
applying a lay on hands, and then when I get back to the governor, I'll say, "I saved your life," and shift back to my native form.
He's still
The
frozen
terrifying
in-
one?
Yeah,
He's still
and then
frozen in fear. Okay.
so that they know it was you. You remain alive under my protection. You have pardoned Vin because Corvitz was a killer and a criminal. Is that understood?
Roll persuasion for me.
Wah, wah, wah.
It's more of an intimidation. Yeah, switch over to that.
Oh, good. So the 2 is for intimidation.
You know what? I will give that to you. I was thinking more persuasion, but the way that you're phrasing it, you're kind of going Batman on him with the I
Doesn't
think it
matter
makes
what
sense.
you called it. He still rolled the
that.
roll.
That it's still a terrible roll. It was what, 2?
2.
Yeah.
2? Yeah. It still doesn't work.
Well, I mean, I still got an 11 total with that.
Yeah. He's still in his fear-stricken state, and he's trying to yell for the guards. He's trying to mouth.
No advantage for my his fear-stricken state or something.
Oh, yeah, you do get that, don't you?
Yeah. All right. Let's re-roll.
See, I fall
There we
into
go.
There
this
you go.
every damn time.
20.
The players act like, oh, it's for the role play. It's like, no, you're just trying to screw me over.
20. That's
Him and his
Another-
precious NPCs.
Another page of notes. He nods his head. It's, again, very slowly, eyes just wide as he's stuck behind this fern.
good. You and I want the same thing, justice.
Yeah.
And then I will slowly poke the. I'll take the arrow out of my neck, and then drive it into this, so they believe. Just enough to draw a little bit of blood. You'll be okay.
Okay.
And then I will walk down the hallway, down the stairs, and release my hold on him.
So you're still dressed up as him at that
No.
point, or you're going out as
when
Zarin
I
out
talk to
into the
him,
crowd?
no, I'm not going to the crowd as Zarin. I
You're
was
just gonna walk through
Zarin
this
when I
building.
talk to him.
Okay.
After the hallway, before I get to people, before I'm seeing people, I'll shift back to Sir Roderick.
Okay. So while this is going on, out front on the balcony, the guards are shouting, "Clear the area! Clear the area! Find the assassin!" And Stone, you look back up, and that glimmer of light is gone. You're not real sure where it went to, but it's no longer on its perch on the rooftop. But then, just as you thought it was gone, you see it's moved over further down that building to another side, like it's changing its position. And at this point, you actually see that there was a figure up there in this like grayish cloak, and again, the light starts to wrap around it, and it's invisible again, mostly invisible. And from there, you look up, and you see that now the executioner, the guard runs up to him, and he nods real big, and the executioner takes a large hammer, and he walks up to that third person, and knocks the block out from underneath him, and he drops and hangs and starts to choke. He walks up to the middle person being executed, that would be Vin, and he goes to knock out the block from underneath, and he falls on his awkward...
I move the rod down with him as he falls, but I'm going to catch him at the end of his rope.
And you deploy...
Yep.
The immovable rod.
Yep.
And although incredibly uncomfortable, better that than dead. And Vin is putting on a very realistic show, seeing as he is in an immense
like,
amount of pain. There's a lot of that going on. And the
Dial it
executioner,
down, Vin. Just die.
the executioner, and all the commotion, he goes down to the last person to be executed, and he knocks out the block. And sure enough, he drops down too, and starts to hang. At that, Vanya, you notice off to the side that the two Titans that were guarding the front door are starting to walk up, and they're ushering people to safety and that sort of thing. And Mara slips her way up the side of the steps,
Oh boy.
up into the building, up into the courthouse. That, friends, is where we're going to cut to a break. Whoa, hey, look at that. You're listening to The Break. Do you wonder what we do during the break? Sometimes I do. I panic mostly. If you're not familiar with Dungeons & Dragons, there's a fair amount of improv that goes on, also known as the vast majority of it. So when they're all off getting their flavored snacks and chips and things like that, I just sit here and panic. But right now I'm in the comfort of my living room just thinking about ways that I could tell you about mythsandmystics.com. We have all kinds of pictures up over there, backstory, character artwork, things like that. All this stuff is homebrew, so you're not going to find it in a book anywhere else. The only way you're going to learn more about it is over there. It's the official source. So if you want to check that out, please do. We also have some merch available. We have a limited edition t-shirt that's coming out. It is the premier t-shirt. Please swing on over, check that out. If you want one, pick one up quick because they're going to go quick. Other than that, follow us at Myths and Mystics for Twitter, Instagram, the likes thereof. Leave us some love. We love you. Thanks for listening. We'll catch you next time. Welcome back from the break. Hope you get a nice roller grill snack like a hot dog, corn dog,
Hot Pockets.
or a hot. If you put one of those on a roller grill, it just like flop around.
Hot Pockets, a different temperature in every bite.
Use the lava cheese.
Yes,
Why do all hot dogs taste the same?
yes, because they're all inbred. Learned that one from an elderly woman at a homeless shelter.
Oh boy.
She wasn't there when I told it earlier.
She's just getting this for
I
the
wasn't.
first time.
I wasn't anticipating that
Wow.
reaction. All right.
Your joke just hit critical mass.
Okay.
Hopefully, none of you were driving when I told that joke, because chances are you just caused a 20-car pile up on the side of the road. All right. All right.
So I saved his life, right?
Okay, hold on. Steve didn't tell us what happened to the movable rod. Last
that's
time
what
it
I'm-
started shaking. What happened to this time?
It is currently holding its position
Finn is still where he was,
quite nicely.
but he's shaking.
The immovable rod will never smell the same.
Oh gosh. Oh
man.
no.
But it does seem as though for a moment he is on the rod, could very easily slide one way or the other.
Yeah.
So you gotta act quick. Meanwhile, Mara's running in. You've got
What's
people.
wrong with these executioners not listening to their governor?
Oh, what'd you say?
The governor's like, he's been pardoned, or he's...
And they asked, like, do you
Oh.
want to have mercy on one, or the halfling did?
Sorry, I was so busy thinking about how I was going to kill all you guys. He skips over the center one. But now there are several guards coming up to take him down.
Okay.
So while that's going on,
I saved your removable rod from that travesty.
yeah, sorry, that's retcon. That's what's going on there.
What you mean to say is you ruined my whole plan.
But saved your removable rod.
So Vanya is going to nudge Stone and put his attention on Mara.
Ouch! What? What do you want?
She's going after
I'm
the
busy
helm.
watching my plans crumble into ruin.
Stop pushing me!
Vanya's heading into the courthouse.
All right, so the two of you are making your way forward now.
Yes.
Okay. The guards are ushering people away from the courthouse. So if you're going to get past these guards,
Real quick, to Vin, never mind. And the rod leaves his groin area and returns to me.
he doesn't say anything, but you do get the sense that he's very, very off kilter about what just happened.
Violated.
So
It's
I was going to say he's been violated.
been violated. I understand. Okay, we go inside.
Okay, so again, you've got guards that are pushing everyone away from the courthouse. You're pushing your way up. You're going to need to do something to slide past these guards. Vanya, you can try stealthing. Stone, you can try stealthing, or you can try to create some kind of diversion.
I'm going to try stealth first.
Okay.
Or you can kill them all.
Myself.
My stealth.
That's so tempting.
No.
Yeah.
Don't do it.
You
I was
narrowly dodged
stealth.
one death by legion. What'd you get
Well,
there?
a 2.
Oh, Lord.
10 on my stealth.
So, and then, Stone, are you going to try anything?
Yes.
What are you going to try?
Stop
Try to give
Vanya.
her advantage by creating a big ass diversion.
Okay.
Okay, so I'm gonna pick a random person
Okay.
near the front of the line that
Okay.
I walk up to.
Yep.
Hey!
What?
What are you doing? Trying to kill me?
Wow. That escalated quickly.
Yeah.
He looks super confused.
I'm gonna push him. I push him.
Into the guards.
Yeah, into the guards. Push him.
And
Guards, seize this man.
I need you to roll a deception here.
Okay.
And
Whilst doing this,
because I like this idea.
Mr. Canned, I'm gonna
Yeah.
take my dagger and drop it in front of them,
Jeez.
like
This
they dropped
random
it.
person.
He's going to be hung or something. You know that?
I'm going to give you advantage on deception.
Yes.
Oh, my goodness.
Oh yes, all the deceits. That's a 22.
Okay. Okay.
You do get a roll again, right?
Yeah.
Oh, advantage. Let's just see if I can beat a 22 while we're at it. Nope. Okay, 22.
Did that give her advantage on her stealth?
And as the scene unfolds, Natasha, if you could roll for advantage there on your stealth, one of the guards looks over and says,
Nice.
"What? We've got another assassin out here? What's going on?" And
You kidding?
He's got a blade.
the guy's like, "No, I was just trying to leave like you're telling us to." And the guard looks down at the dagger. He looks up at the stone, who looks very worried about what's going on here.
Shaking.
And the guard yells, "We've got another assassin over here! Someone come help me!"
He's going after the governor.
And the guard that Vanya was trying to slip past is now distracted. You have one more attempt. What was it?
I got a 9, which would be 17.
That's bad.
Okay, good.
I thought it was like a
To
three,
be a rogue.
right?
Plus 8.
Yeah, jeez.
Yeah, so with that, the guard turns his attention over, and now these two guards are apprehending this man. And there's a big crowd that's standing around, and they're all gawking at this dagger on the ground and whatnot. And as they cart this guy off to the side,
Poor guy.
Hopefully, Stone makes
I think you
like
should name him.
slink away.
Not
Yeah.
yet. Wait.
with that, Stone and Vanya, you both see that you have an opportunity to get up there around the Titans up towards the courthouse.
Oh, look at that.
So you make your way up at this point.
And do we see Mara?
So you get up there, and simultaneously, Zarin, you are coming down the stairs, and Stone and Vanya, if you can picture this, you have this long, very decorative, ornate hallway with these marble floors, polished. This place is super ritzy, super fancy. There are large double doors that go down the sides that would go into like different courtrooms and different offices and whatnot. And there are stairs that lead up at the very far end with a platform with a giant painting hanging there that Zarin is now walking down in front of. And then there are stairs going down there. And as you enter, you see the flash of blonde hair go down there, those steps.
Do we also see?
Am I seeing that, or am I right by her?
You are above her, so you did not see her zip down around.
Do we see Zarin?
You do.
Sure.
I mean, I can holler, but I mean, are there guards? Are we alone?
It doesn't seem like there's anyone in there. The amount of commotion that's going on outside does not seem like there's anyone on this floor.
I don't want to.
This is going to sound very elementary, but did I see enough of Zarin? I'm just trying to play this honest. Did I see enough of what Zarin did to understand that he is Zarin? Or you changed back to a form I know?
Sir
Yeah, I'm Roderick, yeah.
Roderick.
Yep.
I'm going to go with, if I see Roderick, I'm thinking it's Zarin.
Yeah.
I just don't
Okay.
want to shout because I don't want Mara to know that we're in.
No,
here.
so I'm gonna psionically, Zarin.
Yes.
She's moving downstairs. Come with us.
Do I know the direction of the downstairs?
Yeah, it's just
be
a
down
staircase
the
that goes
stairs.
straight. Yeah,
You're on the staircase.
If you're on stairs and they go down, that's the way.
yeah, that stairwell goes all the way down.
Okay, it's a single stairwell. I thought there was like I'm coming down one set of stairs and there's something somewhere else that,
No,
I
no.
couldn't see.
You would just keep making laps around. And
That's why I didn't see her. That makes
sorry
sense.
about that. Okay. All right, so the three of you push your way down those steps.
Yes.
Weapons drawn, readied, and
Are we doing this? We're just gonna go attack her?
Why not?
Cause last time. Because that's why not.
You should do it from stealth, but
I pushed Vanya to the front.
And I fall down the stairs and hit Mara on my way.
assassination.
so what are you doing?
All right. Well, I'm still in Sir Roderick. That's the form of Hugh Jackman. That's when I was schmoozing her before. Mm-hmm. So I'm gonna go down there. Hey, fancy meeting you here. Try to completely throw her off.
I'm stealthing. I don't want her to see me.
All right, so
I thought I saw you making your way down here. I thought this might be a good place for a little interlude.
Zarin, you come down the stairs, and the atmosphere changes from this brightly lit sort of official courthouse down to a very dark sort of corridor.
Like the lighting just like she changed the vibe?
No,
or it just
it's
got darker?
you're down in the basement of a building,
Okay.
so it's darker.
That's a very clear distinction we need to make. Okay.
Are you nervous?
When you
picture
guys
like a
get
Matrix
nervous, you get a lot more chatty. It's like you're trying to delay the bad
Yeah.
thing from happening.
Yes.
Absolutely, that's how we
Which
do
makes
this.
for compelling audio.
She made a pretty intense witch. Okay.
Did we? I'm sorry, I'm not trying to delay. Something I need to know. Did we discover where the items were? Did
No.
you do your prayers?
I mean, I totally did that while I was walking through. You didn't hear me say that?
Yeah, of course.
Oh.
I assume
Okay,
they're
so we
in
did
her,
not.
I assume they're in her extra dimensional space.
Sorry.
You can't
When you say that
call
with
it
air
that.
quotes. All right, so you do
Demeaning.
get the sense
She has
that
a party bag.
that her bag of holding, which is a very
Oh gosh.
plain bag of holding, does seem to
Giant
have
bag.
traces of these items about it.
Okay.
Yeah.
And as you come down these stairs, I can picture that you're coming down this corridor that you have these. It's almost like it used to be an old jailhouse down there, but they've repurposed it into this armory. Some of these cells are still being used to lock up different valuables and whatnot. And she is at the far end, standing underneath a very stark white light that's coming down from above, from the different. There's like an opening that kind of goes up to the top, and daylight's coming down, and her face is heavily, starkly shadowed by it. And she turns and sees you. Stone and Vanya, are you going to be in tow? Because at this point, if you're coming down behind, she's going to see you on the landing.
No, I said I wanted to stealth. So if that means I'm hanging behind a corner or lagging behind whatever shadows, I don't want to be seen.
You can try to stealth down there so you're in line of sight that you could make an attack, but you're going to need to roll a stealth check. Otherwise, you can stay up on the stairs and be ready to come around the corner.
But I can still hear.
Yeah.
I'm going to do that.
But you can't assassinate.
Okay.
But I can't assassinate?
Not if you don't go first.
I don't know if I need to assassinate right now.
Your stealth's great. Come on. Not right now. You just need to be ready to assassinate before she goes. What are you sighing at assassinating?
Yes. Okay.
It's never happened before.
How on Vanya?
All right. I'm going to stealth. Okay.
Yep.
She's not looking at me.
Right.
She can't look at you because you're not there.
Not around the corner yet. Stealth, you win. You're not even in the area.
No.
That was a 4 on the die.
Yes.
All right.
12.
Okay. Wow.
So
I'm distracting her though.
So she looks up and she sees this gentleman from the bar the night before, and she looks very perplexed as to why you're there. It's not normal for anyone to be down in the armory of the courthouse there, and she sees a figure duck out to the side around that stairwell.
Do I see her eyes darting to the other figure?
You can't really see her eyes.
Her face is in shadow, he said.
I recognize the glint of that beautiful golden hair from anywhere. Am I right?
She
I
says,
thought I saw you out in the crowd.
she says, how'd you get down here? Why are you down here?
I'm following you. I thought we were down here for the same reason.
She,
Oh, this is fun.
can you roll a persuasion?
Oh yeah.
Your eye.
Darn.
What's that too?
It's about to get
Okay.
juicy.
I just want
Why
to
would my
say,
dice betray me?
for either those listening or watching, the camera went to the die and y'all missed Steve's face, and it was fantastic.
That's pretty good.
I missed his face. I was too concentrated on that stupid die roll.
Yeah, it was great.
She, again, you can't really see the features on her face, but her hand twists to the side and a black blade of this dark mystical energy comes off to the end of it like a knife. And she says, unless you have that shield for me,
Whoa,
you need to leave.
Are you sure? I mean, hands up. If I really need to leave, I'll leave, but
I am positive you need to leave.
Can I hear and see
All right,
this?
Stone's gonna
Yeah,
stumble.
and you're coming into the frame too
Stone's
now?
gonna stumble around the corner, acting semi-drunk.
Oh my goodness.
They just let anyone in here, you know.
I'm gonna stumble around the corner. Hey! Oh, you were right. She is pretty.
I hope you don't mind if brought one of me mates.
Oh no.
She,
Oh no.
Oh no!
Oh no.
Stone and
Kill us
Zarin
on a
always,
principle.
Stone and Zarin have always had a special bond together.
Can
Has
I,
anyone else, if you want to write the show, this would be a fantastic time to share. If you have ever DM'd the game where the big bad evil shows up and your characters decide that the only way to beat said evil is to try to seduce it into a three-way.
right?
You haven't seen Bard memes on the internet, then, I guess.
Oh, neither of you are bards.
I'm a paladin. I'm
You've
gonna.
also never watched Game of Thrones.
She looks wildly unimpressed with what's going on.
No, so
I'm sorry. I did not see a persuasion roll.
Your persuasion roll was enough to unpersuade her.
Can I assassinate now? Is she unaware of my
Are you initiating combat?
I would like to make an attack.
Then absolutely everyone roll initiative.
Ruined our
great.
fun.
Jesus Lord
I have
Almighty.
to roll an initiative even if I'm assassinating if she's unaware
No,
of me.
I'm going. You rolled not enough
She's-
stealth.
Oh,
she's
man.
initiating. We done messed up. All right,
we done.
we done screwed the pooch.
9 for
Would have been
Vanya.
totally a fun way to go.
I was just gonna try to close the gap.
She didn't
10.
look like she was going to go for it, gentlemen.
10 on
Which
Stone.
is not gentlemanly, by the way.
Listen,
Do you mind if I
Voluntary
brought
is
my
all.
friend?
All right, Zarin, what'd you roll? Zarin? I think we've lost everyone at this point.
Stone's a 10.
Yep, got it. Zarin, what was
You
your
roll a 12?
12.
12? Okay, thank you.
You don't have a modifier?
No,
I 0. Yeah, no dex.
All right, so
I have the biggest dex.
Zarin, actually, Vanya's got the surprise round on this one,
Whoop whoop.
so go for it.
But it's not an assassinate.
Because she's
Well-
aware.
But she hasn't acted yet. Does that change it?
My assassination, she can't have acted yet.
But do you have to be hidden?
It says when you hit a creature that is surprised, unaware of you, and has not acted in combat
Yeah, she's aware.
of me. Okay.
Yeah, sorry, friend.
So is it a sneak attack?
No,
Yeah.
because no one's. Close
I
enough
think
to
so.
her.
Because she hasn't acted in combat yet. Still.
Yeah, but she's aware. So, so no, not a sneak attack, unless I'm mistaken.
Yeah. No one's acted yet. You can delay.
Attack.
If I cunning action, could I do that first
And try to hide, and then
and
attack.
try and hide and attack from a new location?
I'll allow it. Go ahead and roll.
19.
Yep. So Vanya dips down into one of the shadows during this whole conversation as it's unfolding. Now you can attack, and it will be an assassinate.
Okay, cool. So it is.
We our whole ruse serves some purpose.
It says the attack is critical hit, so I still roll to attack.
Yes, you still
Okay.
have to hit.
Do I get advantage?
Yeah, she's unaware, so you have advantage.
That's a 5.
That was a 5,
That's not good.
and that's a
It
3.
got worse.
Well, what's
Plus-
your modifier?
So 9.
Okay. So Bolt
Or
rips
14.
off past Mara and smashes into the back wall and misses her. It
Sounds
is.
like a call to action.
It is now Zaren's turn. You are standing up in front.
All right. Seeing the bolt move by, she's in her shadows with her dark blade. Yeah, I'm moving in. I'm charging, assuming my form, if I need to, just for dramatic effect, not taking an action, but putting my vow of enmity on her
Okay.
and smiting with my greatsword.
Okay, go for it. Roll attack. So Zarin comes down with his great sword,
All right, 12. So 20 to hit.
and that hits.
All right.
And roll damage. So the sword comes crashing down, and a bunch of dice.
Bunch of dice.
Bunch of dice.
14 plus 10. So 24, and then plus 6. 30 damage.
Holy smokes. So as the sword comes down, you see in a moment her face turns into this ghastly, grayish, ghoulish looking skeletal thing, and then this black, just nasty, necrotic blood just on the floor, and she zips back into her normal, blonde, pale, fair skin self there.
Now I'll take my second attack.
Yeah.
7 plus. What's that modifier? 8. So 15.
And you go for your second swing, and it does not connect.
Ooh.
She
No
spins
bueno.
out of the way. All right, it is now Stone's turn.
Stone whips his crossbow up, trains it on her, charges it with 5 side points, and looses an arrow.
Okay, roll attack.
I would like to roll attack.
The bolt zips down there.
All right, that is a 15 on the die with a +3 is going to be an 18.
6. You should have a plus 6.
That's what he said. Plus 21. 21 total. Sorry.
Okay, go and roll damage.
Yay.
All right, so it's a D8 base damage, as always. That is 7. D8 plus 3, I believe. Yeah, so 7, 8, and 10 there, and then I'm going to go 5D10. So 1, 2, 3. You got 2? All right, there we go. 5d10 extra. So 10, right? Plus
The bolt rips down there with that single point of light at the front,
3.
and as it connects with Mara, a bluish purple nova blast erupts
19,
for a total of
23, 27 plus 10 is 37 damage.
man, oh man, and that looks like it hurt her real bad, even more.
Okay.
And
And now I'm going to take my second attack. It works for him. I don't know why he did it. It sounded great.
so, unless you're gonna do a bonus action. Wait, no, you did that with your searching thing. Never
Yeah,
mind.
I'm going to fire another one.
Yeah, you can't do that. All right. So she looks pretty bewildered.
Then we're
And,
going to cringe while she tries to cast her spell.
Run away! Run away!
She staggers forward, and you can see in the cage behind her. Again, it's like a jail cell. There's that horned helm, and it is sitting on a pedestal. And there's some other random junk in there, that other random loot and whatnot that's been confiscated. And she looks pretty aghast.
Wait, where did we see this horned helm?
It's in the cage behind her. So
Okay.
yeah,
Just sitting there?
yeah. The Legion doesn't know what it is.
Yeah. Oh, right.
All right, so she lifts her hand, and she is going to cast. Oh, what's she gonna cast? I've got all kinds of spells.
Counterspell.
Suicide.
I'm going to get counterspell.
She's going to cast kill herself.
She lifts her hand, and she casts this dark blast of this black beams that come out. And I need each of you to roll a Wisdom saving throw.
So wise.
Oh, you rolled well, Vanya.
19
Can you get in on this?
on my die. So wisdom, 21.
Stone's a 13.
Zaren's a 10.
All right. So while you're down there, this black beam just shoots out, and for a moment, everything in front of Zaren and Stone vanishes, and you're standing in this. It's not that white space that you're familiar with stone, but everything around you, like the details fade, and it's almost like this blurry mist. And
Did she just frag grenade us?
At the end of each of your turn, you're going to do another wisdom saving throw. And for the time being, you are standing there in a daze and you cannot move. You have no control of your faculties, nothing. She looks up at Vanya. She sneers a bit, says, "If you know what's good for you, leave now." And she turns and she opens up the cage.
Just like that?
Apparently, she already picked the lock. She has a knife hand. And she reaches in, she grabs the horn helm, and stuffs it down into her bag of holding. And she turns.
It's not a party bag.
It's
It's extra dimensional.
No.
Does confetti come out?
She, for fun, she looks both ways and she whispers, "Confetti!" And she throws it up in the air. And then
I win.
she runs down the center towards you, Vanya. And on her bonus action, she does that creepy spider crawl thing up the stairs.
Don't let her get away.
And you can hear her now. The skittering stopped, and you can hear her footsteps in the hallway above you.
All right. She's too fast for me to try and shoot her on her way up the steps.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I'm going to check on the guys because they're just standing there.
All right, so you run up to Stone first because he's closest,
Okay?
and you give him a shake. And as you're shaking on his shoulder, yelling, Stone, you start to come to, you can hear it's like this muffled ringing in the distance, almost like some sort of like powerful concussion that you've had. And you start to come to, and you see Vanya, she's got you by both shoulders, and she's shaking, screaming, "Wait." Well, what would you scream? What would you scream?
Well,
Wake up.
are his eyes like glossed
just
over?
scream.
I'm probably going to be screaming his name because,
Stone. Yeah. Okay.
yeah.
So Stone.
And I've got my crossbow. Where'd you go?
Maybe like come back or something. I don't know.
Okay.
Where'd she go?
And Stone seems to be coming back too, and you run up to Zarin, do the same.
Yep.
Perfect. And you've all come back. You've got your faculties. Gonna give chase.
Yeah. As soon as they're okay, I'm going to head up the stairs.
Okay. So the three of you now run up the stairs, and you look down the hallway, and you can see out into this crowd of people. You see this blonde head of hair weave its way into the crowd, and it starts to make its way off into this sea of people that are all now fleeing the scene.
I will use my bonus action to Misty Step in front of it.
Okay, so you're not going to be able to get all the way up there, but you are able to get out into the crowd,
Okay.
and you drop down in, and as you do, I need you to make a dexterity saving throw.
All right. I'm great at these.
Dang it. Try a different die tonight.
How many was that?
2 of them.
So many.
Ooh.
I had 2 on my dexterity saving
He got
throws.
double the dexterity throw.
Yeah.
Double
Deuces.
on that.
At this moment, Zarin, you misty step down, and you're trying to look up over the crowd to catch where Mara is. And at this moment, your instincts kick in. You sense something is wrong, and you look up towards the rooftop where you looked before, where you were shot from. And in this moment, you see this figure burst into view as though he was invisible, and in a blink is now there again. And you see the shape of a tabaxi in a cloak, longbow drawn, and an arrow coming your way. And this is where we're going to end
This guy.
this week's episode of Myths and Mystics. Thanks for tuning in.